welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to bring you this video because I'm going to be reviewing these 5 wonderful bullet journals, all A5 size. Some of these brands are not as well known and some of them are the most known brands for bullet journaling, so I thought I'd throw them together and give you a nice comparison video. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway for 5 winners to win one of each of these bullet journals, so stay tuned to the end to see how you can enter that. I will put a link in the description for each of these below so that you can check the pricing yourselves. I'll also do a pen test on each of these for you using some of the pens that I use the most when I bullet journal. First of all, the acrylograph pens from Archer & Olive, then the Sakura Pigma Microns in the graphic and 0.5, then the Tombow Jaw brush pens, and last but not least, some Zebra mild liners. So the notebooks I'm going to be reviewing are the Archer & Olive Dotgrid 160 page notebook, the Scribbles That Matter Pro version bullet journal, the Tittle Jot bullet journal, the TeNeues bullet journal. I do apologise, I will probably be pronouncing TeNeues wrong the entire video. And last but not least, the Ottergami Essentials bullet journal. So starting off with the Archer & Olive 160 page Dotgrid notebook. They come in this beautiful box and are wonderfully packaged. This design is called Secret Keeper and it is a gold foil design on a linen cover in this sort of mustard tan colour, and I'll admit when I got this I thought to myself I'm going to keep it, but actually I thought I'll do a giveaway and it might be my next bullet journal that I'll use. But each Archer & Olive notebook is ethically made. They're 100% vegan. They come in so many different colours and different sizes. They also do one in 190 page, which is one that I have because I like them a bit thicker. On the inside, you have space to write your name, and then the paper is 160 GSM, no ghosting, feathering or bleeding, they claim, and I can definitely say that that is true. The paper is really nice and thick. It comes with 2 bookmarks, one is plain and one with the iconic Archer & Olive charm. And then in the back you have a black pen loop, which is the same for all their bullet journals, and they have an expandable pocket as well in the back. So this is my bullet journal that I have. This is a different design. I think it's called Summer Floral, but I'll link this one in the description as well below. And this one's I actually started using this bullet journal at the start of the year, and then switched into a different bullet journal. Not because I didn't like this, but just because the other bullet journal that I got I really like because it fit well with my colour scheme, especially for Instagram. But I will probably go back into using this at some point if I don't get the Secret Keeper again. Decisions. Anyway, just to start with the pen test for you. I'm going to speed this pen test up for you because you're going to see me do this quite a few times, but I'm just creating some coloured squares with the sort of finer pens and then doing some squiggles with my mild liner. I'm going over the mild liner 3 times and then using the finer side just to do some lettering, and I'll do the same with the Tombow. I don't ever layer that much when I'm using these pens. I think 3 is the maximum I go, which is why I've chosen to do it 3 times, so it can be a true representation for you. So turning it over, as you can see, there was no bleeding at all, no ghosting at all. The only sort of see-through that you can see is because of the light in front of me, but it held up really well, and I'm very pleased with that. So that is the Archer & Olive Dotgrid notebook. So next up we have the Scribbles That Matter, and this is the Pro version bullet journal, and the box of this I absolutely love. It comes in this sort of street art style illustrated box, which is really cool, and the bullet journal just slips out the side. And this colour that I have is the bottle green, and they come in 11 different colours, all with this contrasting elastic colour. The cover is a sturdy faux leather, and on the sides it's just got some engraving that says Scribbles That Matter, and it's got some brand engraving on the back as well, which is really cool. And the elastic for this matches the pen loop, and the colours are always contrasting, which is a really fun pop of colour. You get a pocket in the back inside cover, And this bullet journal comes with a lot of features, and I do apologise, my camera had a lot of trouble focusing at this point, but it comes with space for your name and when you started the bullet journal, a key page and 3 index pages. And it comes with an index page because the pages are numbered at the bottom corner very subtly, which is nice. The paper is 160 GSM acid-free paper. It's nice and thick and feels very similar to the Archer and Olive. It comes with 2 contrasting coloured bookmarks. Then in the back you've got a pen test page and sort of a reflections page as well. Starting off with my usual pen test, and I really like that there's a dedicated page for this in the back, because there is something in me that doesn't like going to the back of a bullet journal and using an entire page for this. I'm not really one to do pen tests usually, in all honesty. I just have a back page where I sort of doodle. And as you can see, I'd written Mildliner so many times, I wrote Mildliner for Tombow instead of Tombow, but I corrected it in the end, so it's all okay. But again, this paper is so similar to the Archer and Olive and is brilliant white as well. And as you can see, no ghosting, no bleeding whatsoever. This is the Scribbles That Matter Pro Bullet Journal. So next up we have the Tittle Jot bullet journal, and I'm going to try and not be biased with this one because this is actually the brand I'm using at the moment. But they are stunning bullet journals. The unboxing and the packaging, check out my Instagram, it's linked down below. The unboxing, honestly, is such a great experience. So beautifully packaged. But this is a organic linen cover, and this is the colour beige. And it's sustainable, unbleached cotton blend paper. And what I love about this is that when you're flicking through, they come with these cute little cards, which I've used throughout my bullet journal and my planning. And they just have some really nice quotes in them, which is a really lovely touch. But the paper is 120 GSM, it's 192 sheets. So this paper is thinner than the Scribbles That Matter and Archer and Olive. But trust me, it holds up quite well considering, and it just feels insanely smooth. So I can definitely recommend it. Like I said, try not to be biased, but I am. In the back, it's got no pocket, and then it's got one bookmark and elastic closure as usual. So like I said, this is the bullet journal I'm actually using at the moment. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can see some of my weekly spreads. But again, my usual pen test, and writing on this paper is just so nice. When I say how smooth it is, I mean it. So you'll see in a moment when I write with the Tombow, I do try and show you, but the Tombow loves this paper, and I don't know why, but the blending is just seamless in this one. So if you're like sort of covering large colours, area of colour with the Tombow on this, it works really well. Now this is, remember, 120 GSM, so you do get a little bit of ghosting, but to be honest, I don't mind it. And also I stick so much paper in my bullet journal that you don't see it anyway, but it doesn't bleed through, which is really, really good. So that's the Tittle Jot bullet journal. Next up, we have the TeNeues, I don't know, TeNeues bullet journal, and it is so unique. It is this rose gold speckled design. This is called Vanilla Bean, this design that has its exposed binding. This is definitely the most unique of the bullet journals I'm going to show you. And the exposed binding means that it lines super flat with zero resistance, which is fantastic. But I absolutely love these. They are so different. So they're so sturdy. The cover is described as a soft cover, but it's a bit sturdier than that. It's a bit more thicker cardboard. But it is just so unique, and it's definitely sort of an easy bullet journal to carry around. The paper is thinner. It doesn't say on the website, but it feels like about 100 to 120 GSM. And the designs of these bullet journals are just beyond. Look at this one. So I actually kept this one because I loved it so much. But yeah, they're just so artsy and quirky. I love them. So these bullet journals have 140 pages, and the paper is brilliant white, which I like. So I'll just do the pen test for you again. And with this bullet journal, again, the Tombows absolutely loved this paper. They blended so well on it. Again, sort of a seamless blending, which is really, really nice. It just looks so smooth. This is why I love the Tombow pens, because they do have this wonderful sort of effect, which you can create gradients with quite easily. But if I turn it over, you can see that there is some minimal bleeding, but there is definitely ghosting. And you can see that I'm trying to show you the paper's sort of starting to warp a bit, so it probably won't be great for things like watercolour and paint. But what this bullet journal lacks in paper thickness, it makes up for in artsy fun covers. And last but by no means least, we have the Ottergami Essentials bullet journal. They have a few different types. They have a Pro, I think they have an original as well. But I've used the Pro a number of times, and it was actually the first bullet journal I ever used. And for the price of these, they are so well made. I cannot tell you how surprised I am about the value of these. Again, I'll have everything linked in the description below. But this is the rose gold cover, which is absolutely gorgeous. The cover is a PU leather, and it has 192 pages of 100 GSM paper. I'll be honest, it feels thicker than 100 GSM. It does say it on Amazon that it is premium paper. But on the inside, you've got this beautiful geometric pattern with space for your name. And then you're straight into your dot grid. There's no numbered pages. The dot grids on this is much bolder. You can see the dots more. I don't mind that. Some people don't like that, but for me, it didn't make much of an issue at all. It's got a silk bookmark, and in the back, it has a pen loop as well, and it has a back pocket. And this also comes with some extra accessories like some stencils and stickers, which is quite cool. And it has a elastic closure as well, like most of our other bullet journals. Starting off with my final pen test, and it's a really nice paper to write on. Again, it's very smooth. All of these bullet journals, the paper is great quality. And again, the Tombos really like this paper, and gradient works really well. I mean, look at the brown gradient on that. That is yummy to look at. But of course, this paper is 100%, is 100 GSM, so it does get minimal bleeding. I'm not even 100% sure if that was bleeding or not, but definitely ghosting. And the paper does waver a little bit with more ink you put on it. But again, I'm not one that minds ghosting that much. But yeah, considering this is 100 GSM paper and the price of it, it does hold up very well. And that is our Ottergami Essentials bullet journal. So as promised, I'm going to give 5 winners the chance to win one of each of these bullet journals, and to enter, all you have to do is head over to my Instagram account, Living Letter Plans. The link is in the description below, and there'll be a post there showing you how to enter to get your hands on one of these bullet journals. So basically, I'm going to do a prize draw, and the first name picked will have first dibs on which kind they want to pick, second name will have second dibs, and so on. So make sure you head to the link in the description for your chance to win a brand new bullet journal. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you found this really useful. I have some discount codes available for you in the description below. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.